Creating IGTV videos is a great way to get more eyeballs on your content and provide valuable information to your audience. Now, if you've been following me on any of my social media accounts or my YouTube channel here, you know that I'm all about working smarter, not harder. And this means being able to repurpose your video content to work for you on all of your other social media channels. Now, I am a big fan of YouTube videos, but if you already have some videos created or you already have a YouTube channel, you want to make sure that you are repurposing these videos to work for you on IGTV as well. In this video, I'm going to show you step by step how you can repurpose your video content to use for IGTV using your Mac computer and an application that you have for free on there called Keynote. For more information on how to repurpose your video content, make sure you head to the link below this video to download my free video repurposing guide. Inside, you're gonna see all the different ways that you can break down one video into multiple pieces of content. Now, like I said, Keynote is a free application that comes on most Mac computers. And I find that it is the easiest way to create IGTV videos that are the proper dimensions so you can upload them straight to Instagram. Now, before we get started, there are a couple different things that you need to know about IGTV videos. The first thing is the video size. So IGTV videos can be horizontal and vertical in dimensions. Although I do recommend creating them vertical, as that is what the platform is most used to. They need to be 1920 by 1080 in size, so the same dimensions that you would find in an Instagram story. The second thing is feed size. If you are planning on displaying your IGTV videos in your feed, you're going to want to make sure that the dimensions fit the feed size that people are actually going to see when scrolling through Instagram. Instagram videos that are displayed in the feed are cropped to 4:5 or 1080 by 1350. And then when displayed on your actual profile grid, so what you see when you actually go to your profile and you have all of your photos there, it's going to be displayed in a ratio of 1:1 or 1080 by 1080. So a normal Instagram picture size. The last thing that you need to think about when it comes to IGTV is your IGTV cover photo. And this is something that a lot of people miss. I always recommend having an IGTV cover photo because it acts as the first thing that someone's going to see before they actually start watching your video. Think of it like a YouTube thumbnail, right? It entices someone to click on your content because it displays either a photo or a title of what your video is going to be about. Now, Instagram recommends a size for your IGTV cover photo to be 420 by 654. Now, I know that was a lot of information to kind of walk through and a lot of numbers thrown at you, but let's jump on over into my computer so I can walk you through this process step by step. And I will list all of the different sizes that you're going to need for all of your IGTV settings in the description below this video. Okay, so the first step in turning your YouTube video into an IGTV video is to create a template for yourself in Canva. The reason that you want to do this is because YouTube videos are horizontal in dimensions, whereas IGTV videos are vertical. So you want to make sure that you're able to insert the horizontal video into a vertical format without cutting off sides of the video that might be important to the content. So how I do that is I actually create a template in Canva. I do love Canva for this just because it is one of the easiest softwares to use. You could use Illustrator or Photoshop if you like as well, but for the purposes of this video, we're going to show you how to use it in Canva. So as you can see on the screen here, I have just created a new graphic that is IGTV size or Instagram story size, which is 1080 by 1920. So if you first came into Canva, all you would do is hit new Instagram story or create a new graphic that is 1080 by 1920. So now I have created these two black squares in here because, like I had mentioned earlier, if you're going to be putting your IGTV video into your feed, there's actually two different sizes that you're going to need to take note of. The black square here is what is going to be displayed in people's feed when they're scrolling through Instagram. And the dimensions again for that one are 4:5 or 1080 by 1350, which is what this one is here. This gray box here is what's going to be displayed when people actually go to your profile on Instagram and they see the squares of your profile feed. And that is a normal Instagram post dimension, which is 1 by 1 or 1080 by 1080. So the reason I have these here is because I want to make sure that when I'm creating my template that I don't have any graphics that are going to be cut off in my feed or in my profile feed. So for example, I'm going to show you the template that I have created for my own business. Now, if I come over here and I highlight these and copy them and then paste them onto this guy, you'll see that all of the graphics are actually outside of those template placeholders because I don't want those two things showing up when people are scrolling through the feed or when they're on my actual profile feed. So if I send these to the back, you'll see that the only things that are actually viewable by someone who's scrolling through the feed is the title and the video where it's going to be placed. Now, if I come scroll down here, this is another template that I created, and I'm going to show you why this template isn't good. So if I place the same placeholders there and I send them to the back, let's make this one a different color so you can see it. You can see that the logo that I have here will actually be cut off when people are viewing it in the feed. Same with the graphic down here. All they'll be able to see is watch more, which isn't going to look very aesthetically pleasing, right? I want to make sure that everything is nice and crisp and in view in the feed, on my profile, and on IGTV. So let's use this one here, and I'm just going to get rid of these placeholders, and I'm going to download this guy. So once you have a template created that you like and it fits your branding, what you're going to do is you're going to come over to download and download this graphic to your computer. Perfect. So now that I have the template all finished, the next step is actually adding this video to this template using Keynote. Now, I did say Keynote is a free software that comes with your Mac computer. So I'm just going to come over here and open Keynote. So what you're going to want to do is just open a new presentation. Just say create new. You're going to want to delete everything on this page here. Then you're going to come over into the top right-hand corner where it says document. Click that. Then come down to where it says slide size and go custom slide size. And like I said before, you're going to want to make it the same size as an Instagram IGTV, which is 1080 by 1920, and then hit OK. So now that you have the proper size here, you can come over into your download that you just did from Canva and drag and drop that into Keynote. So now you have your template in there. Now it's time to add your video in. So same thing, come over and find your video that you have finished editing, drag and drop that in there. Now it may take some time to insert depending on the size of your video file, but just give it some time and it will do its thing. Perfect. So now that it's been added into Keynote, what you're going to need to do is place it into place over top of your template there. Now I have mine go all the way to the edge, but you can drag and drop it however you like there. So I'm just going to put that back in place there. Perfect. So if you have your template and your video inserted just the way you want it to be, you want to come up now and export it. So go File, Export to Movie. From here, you want to leave it as self-playing. You want to make go to next slide after 0 seconds and go to next build after 0 seconds. The next thing you want to do is come down to the resolution and go to custom. Here, you're going to make the resolution 1080 by 1920. So that same, 1080 by 1920. So that same resolution size as the IG story. Then just hit next. And it's going to ask you to save it to wherever you want it to be. So I'm just going to name this file IGTV and hit export. So now it's going to do its thing by saving there. So now you know exactly how to repurpose your video for IGTV. So tell me in the comments below, have you been doing this for your own business already? And if not, what was your favorite tip from this video? Once you have a system in place for repurposing your content, it's going to make it so much easier for you to reach a bigger audience. To learn more about creating a whole week's worth of content from just one video, make sure you check out last week's video all about repurposing one video into a week's worth of content. I'll make sure to link it in the YouTube cards above this video here. And finally, if you found this video useful, I would love for you to hit that like button, share it on your social media, and of course, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you next week. Bye guys.